evening and welcome to Question Time, being held in the market town of Chorley. On the panel tonight are myself, I'm Mr. Harry Treadwell, and to my right, Jane Smithers, the Government Minister of Education. To her right, we have Lizzie Hoyle, President of Oxford University Students' Union, and to my left, we have Arthur Watson, Editor of the Daily Voice, the local newspaper. We will go to our first question tonight, which is being asked by a Miss Sarah Tompkins. Miss Tompkins.
Hiya. Do you really think it's worth going to university?
Jane Smithers, what do you see on this matter?
Well, the quick answer is most definitely yes. There is no doubt that Britain needs an educated and skilled workforce, and now more than ever really, living in a fast-changing technological age. I think that attending university enables young people to gain these necessary skills and a degree that helps to show future employers that a person possesses such qualities as self-discipline, organisation, working to deadlines, and also a certain level of ability. And isn't it only right that we give our young people the opportunity to go to university? I remember when I went in the 70s, only 1 in 20 people, I'd say, went to university. By no means did the others lack the ability to do so. They just didn't have that opportunity.
Thank you, Jane Smithers. We will go back to the questioner for her view on her own question.
Well, I myself didn't go to university, but I still did manage to attain good A-level grades. So instead of going to uni, I got a job with the school as an IT technician. And now, at 22, I've almost completed a part-time degree and I've got a lot of experience in ICT work. Whereas on the other hand, I've got friends leaving university with degrees, but I've got the experience that firms require and want, as well as a job and little debt. So personally, I just think that too many young people today feel that going to university is the only opportunity they have.
Thank you. We have a variety of hands up. I will go to the gentleman on the end there.
Thank you. I'm responsible for a team of about 7,000, and the degree doesn't tell us whether they are, for example, reliable or a problem solver or trustworthy, something that we need in our team.
A very interesting point there. We will. I will ask Miss Lizzie Hoyle. Lizzie, you must like university, being the president of the Students' Union at Oxford University.
Yes, it is a privilege to be the president of the Student Union at Oxford. I went to a normal state comprehensive and I won my place at Oxford. And in the last few years, universities such as Oxford have become more accessible to young people. And I think if you're bright and able enough, you should definitely attend. I know that universities have been encouraging people with no previous history of university in their family to go to university. And I think if they want to go to university, then let them. It's worth it.
It's okay for you people on the panel to say, don't worry about the debt, and it's all going to be okay. But for people like me from a low-income family, we have to think about it.
I read today that there have been a 15% reduction in the number of applications to universities compared to last year. Is that what the government want, and is this why?
No, certainly not. We want more teenagers, especially from poor homes, to attend university.
I believe that university is based on ability, not on how much money people have. Too many people go to university anyway.
Mr. Watson, but judging by your newspaper, you criticise a lot of standards in modern life. Would you like to see degrees in problem solving and even degrees in common sense?
Well, that's certainly one option, especially with the amount of nonsense that degrees come out with these days. In my opinion, I believe there are too many universities, some of which are of debatable standard, especially with the amount of nonsense. Students must look carefully at each university they are going to go to, and, as the young gentleman in the audience just quite rightly said, they must look at the employment rates of their graduates. But, I know all this talk about universities is fine, but please, when is it that someone, in fact, Miss Smithers, when is it that, as part of Minister of Education, when is it that you are going to help education throughout the UK in areas such as primary and special education?
I really don't think people realise how much of our budget we actually do spend on supporting and trying to improve young people's education. And it's even more difficult at the moment with all the cuts we have to make to try and get rid of the debt that is in the UK economy at the moment.
Let me say to any young person in the audience, look carefully at your course that you're going to be studying at university. And if you don't really like studying, then university is not the place for you.
As we can all see though, that in lives there are many different routes to get us to the same place that we are. For example, I have two sons, aged 26 and 30 respectively, and one of them went to, in fact, university, and another one didn't. And they both are very successful in life, they've got plentifully good jobs that earn a lot of money. So, isn't it, why is there? It's just too much talk about university, surely.
Can I just point out something, Harry? We need to rebuild a first-class system of apprenticeships in this country and move back to attaching importance to a manufacturing economy.
Thank you, Mr. Watson. We will now move on to our second question of the night, which is asked by a Mr. Hugo Wiltshire. Mr. Wiltshire.